Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the 941 podcast. I'm your host, the walking talking Apple product, Apple Tech Video, and I'm joined here with the Gorilla King, Game Changers. And I'm also joined here with the Rhino, Mr. R.
What's up?
And I'm also joined here with Bill Will.
Oh, hey.
So, we did make a tweet on Twitter saying that Leon was going to be a guest in episode 2. Unfortunately, he is not here today. We couldn't get a good time to get him on and have us all on at the same time. But he will probably be in episode 3. We aren't sure yet. But today, it's just going to be the main 4 of us. We're going to be talking about some topics, stuff that went down in the community. So, we hope you enjoy this, and we're going to get started. The first one we're going to talk about is the iDeviceHelp situation. So, if you guys don't know what's going on here, iDeviceHelp, he got his channel taken down, kind of. It's still up, of course, but he just can't upload on it. He has 2 strikes, and they were false strikes. They weren't legit, so basically he didn't do anything wrong. But if he gets his 3rd strike, his channel will be down. But he's on an alt account at the moment, and he's been making update videos about what's going on exactly. And it kind of does suck, but on the 10th of November, he'll be able to upload on his main channel again, and he says the strikes will be going away in January. I find this pretty interesting. What do you guys think about this whole thing?
I don't understand why you got false strikes.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. Like, I'll be completely honest, I don't like iDeviceHelp at all. I can't stand the guy. I mean, he's stolen from me and so many people on multiple occasions, but I do agree that what happened to him is messed up. Like, he shouldn't have gotten these false strikes. He didn't deserve them. I mean, he does make good content, but, you know, like I said, I don't like him.
Is there a story to why you don't like him?
Well, it's pretty simple. He just stole from me a couple times, and he says he found it on Reddit, and then he doesn't list the Reddit user. Like he says he found it, and then I call him out, and then he says that he found it on Reddit, and he doesn't list the Reddit user. So his story wasn't consistent, and then he stole from me a second time, which pissed me off, and then he started stealing from my friends, and then he didn't credit the right person, or he didn't credit at all. Like, it's just the way he goes about helping people in this community is just completely wrong. He doesn't help people out. Like, it's just, I don't know, the way he does things, like, it really gets me pissed off pretty much. Like, that's why I don't like him. And the way he was talking back to me, like, I understand I may not have been the nicest, but at the same time, I would have expected him to have at least a little bit of a nicer response. And, you know, I made a video kind of on him. I made like a parody on him a couple years ago. I used to do like funny skits on my channel, like, you know, pretending to be other YouTubers, like mimicking them and then I had like their face on like a cartoon character or something, and I used the shake effect, and I'd have like this skit thing, and I made one on him, and I made a tweet saying I made a video on you, but and then after that he blocked me, which is kind of funny. And
Are you honestly surprised though?
No, I'm not surprised. I expected it, but it's just I don't know, that back then, like, I did those things because I wanted to, you know, make videos, but at the same time I wanted to entertain them, because the problem is tutorials and news, you know, it's not that it's not interesting, it's just, it can get boring, so I thought I would add something extra to it, so I made the skits. Nowadays, I don't think that's appropriate for my channel, but, you know, of course I'm looking for new ways to, you know, find entertainment, you know, to put on my channel. But, you know, back then, that's what I thought was good, and that's what I put on my channel, and a lot of people enjoyed it. Even I enjoyed it. So that's kind of why I did that. But, yeah, that's pretty much my history with iDeviceHelp.
I haven't got a problem with him. Really, at all. He hasn't stolen anything off me. I've found my own things at times, and...
I mean, I don't really watch YouTube videos like that, really, so I can't really comment on this.
And then you got Mr. Ann, nothing.
I was going to say, I can't comment on it, though, because I don't, like, conversate with iDeviceHelp at all.
Well, you don't really need to. You just need to know the situation. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Basically asking what your opinion on the situation is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're stealing from somebody, it's a bad thing, you know. If it's not, then it's a total different thing. I guess the whole thing on his channel, though, getting taken down, I guess, you know, that's kind of like karma in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, honestly, the way I see it is he shouldn't get his channel taken down, because he makes good content. As much as I don't like iDeviceHelp for what he's done to people and, you know, how he may treat people, you know, he doesn't deserve his channel to get taken down, because, you know, he makes good content that people enjoy, and if people are, you know, in the viewer comes first, if they're missing out on someone's content, then that sucks for them, you know. So, you know, thinking of the viewer is always the first priority for everybody. So in that case, I don't think iDeviceHelp should go anywhere, because he's an inspiration to a ton of people. And, you know, I don't think his channel should be going anywhere. Plus, not to mention, the strikes were false to begin with. So if he's gonna get some sort of karma, as you said, Mr. R, he's gotta get exactly what he put out there, you know? So if he's stealing from someone, somebody should be stealing from him. Like, I don't know. Like, I hope you guys get what I'm saying. But that's pretty much how I think.
I get what you're saying, but that's not a nice way to put it at all.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
If he's stealing off someone, someone should be stealing off him.
Well, I'm not saying
You gotta be the bigger
I'm not
person to get
saying,
over.
no, I get what you're saying. I'm not saying people should steal off of him, but I'm just saying, like, based on what Mr. R said about, you know, when it comes to karma, like, it should be, you know, somebody else does the same thing to him, like, so it's even. But I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm saying we should be better than iDeviceHelp. But I'm saying, like, you know, from what Mr. R is saying, you know, he steals from people, but if you know, if it was like equal, you know, both people should be stealing from each other. That's basically what I was saying. But I'm not saying that should happen, you know. I'm saying both sides shouldn't steal at all, but he just does anyways. Now, I'm not saying he never credits. He does credit occasionally. He credits specific people, and he doesn't credit them every single time, but he does sometimes, and he does give him a decent shout out. But at the same time, there's so many different people he steals from weekly, and it can be very, very, you know, it could bring people down. Like, it brought me down. It brought many other people down. I'm not gonna list other people's names because it's been so long since it happened to others that I can't remember who the other people were. Now, it happens probably weekly or at least a couple times a month, but I don't know every single iOS YouTuber, and I don't know, you know, I don't watch every single video of his. I watch a decent amount, so I don't completely look into it to see it, but I do know that he's done it frequently.
I get what you mean. There's not really much else to speak about on this topic, if you're asking me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much just our opinions on what should happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I guess the next thing we could talk about is, do we think he's going to get a third strike?
Well, that depends. If he's got 2 false ones already, someone's obviously just trying to push strikes up against him.
I don't think he's going to
So it's always possible. It's always possible.
I don't think he's going to get a third strike, to be honest. It's possible, but I don't think so. Because, I mean, if you think about it, he would have gotten one by now. I mean, I feel like he would have gotten one by now. Like, he got 2 of them in, I think, 1 to 2 days, or maybe in the same day. I don't know how it worked, but, you know, I don't think he's going to get a third one.
It might not have been in 1 to 2 days, because when you get your first one, it stays for 30 days, and then if you get a second one, it adds time on to it. Yeah. So it could have been within a month, like you've had 2, and by the end of next month, when it could go away, or 10th of November, he could get another one, you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope he doesn't get another strike. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like, keeping the channel and the content on it, you know?
Yeah. When it comes to iDeviceHelp, he probably won't get another strike, but who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. But I guess we'll just move on to the next topic, since there's really not much to say about this. iDeviceHelp, hope everything gets sorted out, even though I don't like you.
Or a nice way to put it.
Yep. So the next topic we're going to talk about is AppValley, and they got suspended on Twitter, basically. It was because they tweeted at someone, right? Game, you were the one that mentioned it to me.
When I was reading the comments of their thing, it was because they tweeted at the Gab social media account.
Yeah.
Apparently a lot of users that had tweeted that account got suspended within the same time period.
That's weird, though. I don't understand
because
that.
Here's the thing. Twitter was detecting it as bots that were retweeting it and adding at them.
Yeah.
And they just got flagged as a bot, even though they don't. If you actually take a look at their profile, they're obviously not a bot. And I'm assuming many of the other users that tweeted at them don't appear to be bottish at all.
Yeah, because I mean, when you initially sent it to me, Game, I was like, what if maybe because they're like competition, like they're not big competition because the Gab, the social media, it's not that big, but what if they were like suspending people because it's like competition? I was thinking like that because when it came to, what was it? I forgot exactly. I'm going to use like an example for iOS. It was like an anti-revoke service. It blocked you from using App Valley. Oh yeah, wasn't it Nestool? Nestool blocked you from... Yeah.
From Tutu app.
Don't even get me started on them.
No, I was just using them as an example because like their competition, they were like trying to block each other pretty much. Like I was just using them as an example. I thought it was like, it seems kind of similar. Like I don't know if Twitter's intentions were to, do that because they don't want people associated with that social media, or it was just like a bot, like you said. I don't know what the reasoning behind it was.
I mean, if they did lock them just because they're competition, that would be pretty stupid, though.
It would be, but I mean, it
And
always
we're
is a
back to the
possibility.
Tutu app. That's exactly what they done. They blocked out other services with their Nestool.
Yeah, and then when Joe and Nash made their own, I think it was Joe and Nash, right? There was
Yeah.
then it was flipped. Then they blocked Tutu app and Nestool, I think. It went both ways there. So I don't know.
Yeah, but not really. They just done it because Tutu app done it first. Like Tutu app was obviously jealous that they were taking their custom.
I don't think they did it because they were jealous. I don't think they did it because like to get back at Tutu app. I think they did it because they don't want people to use Nestool. They don't want people to risk going to their service. You know what I mean? Like, because Nestool isn't safe. There's videos out there, there's tweets.
Yeah, one they log in IPs and stuff.
Yeah. They were doing all sorts of stuff.
They log your IPs. They log your location to quote get the best server, which a simple ping test would do that. They don't need my location to do that.
Yeah.
Little fakers.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when they were the OGs and they were doing it all right, and then they decided to
like I remember
get into assholes.
Like I remember I'd be talking to a couple different YouTubers and they'd be telling me that they're DMing Tutu app requesting apps and they'd help, they'd be nice and they'd put them on Tutu. Tutu is for the community and we made tons of videos for Tutu app. And then what happens was Tutu app, they start not talking to the YouTubers. They're not being very nice. They do this Nestool crap. Like, they just stop being for the community. They're just for themselves. Like, they just care about money and
exactly. Stuff. And if you think about it, it's the YouTubers that made them as big as they are.
Yeah, exactly. That's like me and Technotrend, we actually had tons of conversations about this in the past, about how, we made them who they are, and then now they're like, hey, we used you guys, now we're basically gonna do our own thing. We used you, haha, and then they're running away, basically that's kind of what happened. It's unfortunate. That's why I'm grateful that Tweakbox got way bigger than it was, and I'm grateful that App Valley came out of nowhere, because everybody goes to them now. There's like small services like App Even, and what's the other one? Panda Helper. Panda Helper used to be Tongbu, but those two services are so underrated for some weird reason, but they actually signed their apps as well. And there's Top Store, which is getting pretty big currently. Like, Dino's made a video on it, me, Game, a few others.
Well, when it comes back.
Yeah. We'll get into that topic after. We have to talk about Top Store. But
yeah. But here's the thing with App Valley, not App Valley, Tutu. Even so, people say, okay, I just won't use Nestool, but Tutu's apps and the apps that Tutu signs each have Nestool already in them, already getting your location, already taking your stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, I looked into that, and it's still they're doing it.
Yeah, I've had a few people bring that to my attention. I haven't used them for a long time.
The only reason I download it to my phone is to check up on them here and there, and they're still doing the same stuff.
That's crazy.
It's their own fault when they lose all their users.
Yeah.
To Tweakbox and App Valley.
I mean, they've already lost a decent amount of them, but like, I hope that gets to the point where they literally lose all of them, because Tutu app is not for the people at all. They're scammers. They're fake. And I mean, there's AJ170 and Technotrend made really good videos explaining this whole situation last year. Definitely check those out. But both of those videos, go into depth of like what's going on exactly. Why are they being scummy? They show tweets as proof. They go really deep into it. And Will, he helped get that out there. So, I mean, if you guys have questions, you guys can ask Will. Of course, you guys can ask, wasn't it MT jailed or something? That was the other guy.
That's Sam, and now he's what is it, Userland Colonel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Techno Trends video, he showed those tweets, so I remembered that. And I remember that guy on Twitter from a while ago. I haven't seen him recently, so like you said, he's a different profile now, or a different name, so I haven't seen him in a while. But yeah, you guys can go to them, ask about, questions if you have any. But yeah, that's Tutu, it sucks that they've went down this path, because I remember literally in 2016, me and a couple others, we just were finding a ton of paid apps for free methods, like so many of them, and then there was a date trick around at that point. So on top of the actual working ones, the ones that stopped working, we were able to make videos on and share to the world, because the date trick was a thing, which was great. And at that time, one of the iOS YouTubers around my size, I forgot who he was exactly, like I forgot his name, but he actually made a video showing off Tutu app. And then after that, everybody starts talking about Tutu. They made a Twitter, they start talking to the people. It just got really big from there. So like I remember people finding Tutu app. So it's just crazy, like, how big we made them. They weren't even that big. We made them so big, and then this is how they repay us. It sucks.
I mean, in reality, it's kind of sad that they went down that path and just, oh yeah, we're going to use people and then scrap them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really sad and like angering all at the same time, though.
But that's the difference between Tutu app and App Valley and Tweetbox. Tweetbox and App Valley have stayed for the people, like even when they've got big.
App Valley, they've only been around for like a year now, but they've really proved themselves. People said they weren't gonna last a month, and they've been here still. They're like the top ones, so they really did prove people wrong. And Tweakbox, everybody thought it was just an ordinary city alt. They didn't sign their apps back in the day, and now they do, and they're legit. So like, they proved everybody wrong. Like, I'm glad that they were able to do that.
Yeah, me too.
But back to the whole App Valley getting suspended thing. Right after they got suspended, they went onto their Revoke account. So if you guys don't know what their Revoke account is, it's basically where they announce when apps are being revoked or re-signed and stuff. It's a pretty cool account. Check it out. But they had to go on there and let people know that they got, suspended, wrongfully suspended. And they did get their account back, but it was just a crazy situation. Like, just because they tweeted at that Gab account.
Yeah, it was proper strange.
So that's the end of that topic. We're going to be talking about Top Store now. We just brought them up a few minutes ago, but we're going to be going into detail with what's going on here. So apparently they were hacked. Game just told me. I actually haven't really been keeping up with their account, but apparently they got hacked. So Game, if you'd like to explain it.
Oh, well, basically they tweeted out saying it's too bad. We have been attacked by other people. They feel sad. They're in a rush to get it all fixed, and they're asking for everyone's support and to wait for the good news so they can fix it. And then in the comments, if you go through it, it looks like it's a DDoS attack.
Wow, that's crazy.
So people are shutting down their servers, so they're unable to run the app at the moment.
Damn. Well, that sucks. Like, I feel bad for them, because I mean, as much as of course this was it's possible to happen, but at least they just came out like only like a couple weeks ago, and this is already happening. They're just getting their name out there, and if new people go to the site and they see it's not working, it's gonna make people turn away. So I mean, at least if this happened in a couple months, it would be not as big of a deal, but it just happens now. Like, it must suck. And Dino literally just made a video about Top Store. I mean, it sucks that this happened.
Yeah, it's really bad timing. It's awful that people are still like taking things down.
Yeah, and most of these people that start out don't have a DDoS protection at all, because it's actually fairly expensive for them to implement. Yeah. Especially if you're just starting out. And it's so easy to do. I mean, a script kiddie could fucking do it, and it's just it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but that's the thing that they were pointing started. They were saying new. They literally tweeted out saying we're new and we got a lot to learn, but we're going to do this and we're going to keep learning as we go and try and keep it as up to date as possible. Yeah. So obviously after this situation, as soon as they do fix it, they're going to obviously have to try and figure out something to try and protect themselves to skins
and it's like, and why people actually have to go over there and hack other people is just crazy. Then you also have to ask, why do it to begin with?
Yeah.
Silly.
The big question that I'd like to know is, have they been in the community before this? Because I don't know if they've, I mean, maybe they're just a bunch of random developers on Twitter. They're maybe just a bunch of people just seeing, like, just in it, like they maybe don't make anything or make videos or anything like that. Maybe they just are invested in it, like they, But my question is like, because like Tong Bu is now Panda Helper, and this MIOS Hamewying website is now App Even. Like, many services come back and they come back rebranded as somebody else, and they sometimes tell you who they are and they sometimes don't. So I'm wondering, is Top Store somebody from a couple years ago or last year or something like that? And if they are,
I doubt it. They said that they, which would explain that they haven't got any protection and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, then they probably haven't done this before. But I wonder, like, who are they exactly? Are they have they been a part of like a city, or have they been a part of like a project like this, but like not the main face of it, not the guy like mainly working on it? I guess that's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is.
I guess you could approach him and try and speak to him.
Yeah, I'll definitely want.
So is possible, like.
Yeah.
Like maybe we should try, for future podcasts, we could try and get like the creators of some city alts on.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
about where they started and stuff.
Yeah, like we're gonna do that with Leon, Nash. So far, those are the guys we have planned coming on. But we could try to get Top Store on as well. If we are lucky enough, we could try Ab Valley, but I highly doubt we could get Ab Valley on. I don't know. Like, we could give it a try, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool, to get a full story on what's going on. Like, one of these episodes will probably get that. I guess the thought that I initially had when they first came out was, are they just either gonna start and then stop? Are they not even going to start at all? Is it fake hype? Because I've seen this before. There's this guy's named Lapis VIP, and they created an account in January of this year, and they said that they were coming, they're going to be, they're going to sign their own apps, they're going to be legit and everything. App Valley, Everycord, I think, a few others, like, were making tweets about it, like, even Everycord, which is crazy, but App Valley, I think Tweakbox made a tweet as well. They all made tweets saying, oh my god, guys, there's a new player in the game, it's coming, I follow them and everything. I'm like, damn, this is pretty cool. I got excited. Nothing happened. Months go by, nothing. They make no new tweets, it's over. It could have been some whole troll maybe, or maybe they legit planned it and something didn't go, the way they wanted it to. But, when Top Store was announced, I thought, what if these guys are going to be like Lapis and just nothing happens? Luckily, something did happen. Now, when it comes to Top Store, I think that they could use a redesign. Like, it's a nice app with signed apps, but, I feel like they should, it's too basic, the look,
Yeah, but then we're back to what I was saying earlier. They just started out. This is what I mean. It is a new group, clearly, or a new person trying to do what they can for the community.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I understand that since they just started out, they can't do much yet, but, like, they definitely need a redesign, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, they do. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you have those people that like talk stuff and don't produce it, you just look at it as hype, false hype.
And there's a difference between someone saying they're going to release something and then shit happens where they can't. Like that happens to me with Snapchat a lot. Like I have 3 really nice themes for Snapchat that I've just been holding off on because every time I try to sideload them into something, they get banned within a week.
Wow.
And I'm not about to push that. I'm not about to push that out and then have everyone complain to me like, "Oh, I got banned." I'm like, "Yeah, I know that's going to be an issue going in." And I think Snapchat tweaks might be done for now. Your luck is,
all those problems with Snapchat at the moment.
Yeah, no, your only luck is to find one who's really good at DRM and can actually make it so Snapchat at least has a very difficult time trying to figure out what's going on, or get lucky and find a developer that has a small tweak and just pray it doesn't get leaked, or else Snapchat will grab it and then decrypt it and patch it right up.
Yeah. I don't use Snapchat personally,
Pretty annoying.
but I have heard about problems with it. For sure.
I used to. It's changed a lot since I used to use it.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not a big fan of, Instagram and, Snapchat. Facebook's okay, but like
I don't use Facebook. Fuck that.
I use it just to contact family members and stuff. I use the Messenger, the actual Facebook app.
Yeah. I only use Twitter because I don't know. Twitter is just it feels like it's perfect. Like it feels like
Well,
the best experience.
they could work on it, but
well, definitely.
I get what you mean. Like,
yeah, like that. Like
I
they're getting
prefer
rid
to
of the
use
like
Twitter
button.
over anything else.
Like they're getting rid of the like button. Like,
Why?
I don't know. Apparently, one of the staff at Twitter doesn't like it. Apparently, so it's getting taken away either this week or next week, which sucks.
Why? If you're getting rid of it, instead of getting rid of it, change it to a thumbs up rather than a love at.
Yeah, exactly. Or change it back to a favorite icon. Like I don't see what the problem is. Like it doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
have to be and then the new iOS update for the Twitter app is horrible. Like it's been horrible. Like back in early.
They're just making it worse.
Back in early 2017, the icon, the profile pictures were square. The design was better. It was actually good. And then you just messed up. They just messed it up. Like it's ruined.
I'm not gonna lie. I do prefer a circle logo. You should know this.
I mean, I don't know. I like the square icon a lot better. But and I was getting used to it. Not that I like it now. I still hate it a lot. But I'm just saying, I was finally getting used to it. And then the mess on the iPhone and iPad. There's a message icon at the top right. There's the tweet button at the top right. Now they got a big blue message icon or tweet icon at the bottom right. It's just like, that's stupid. Put it back at the top right. Why the hell is it up there? Or why the hell is it down at the bottom? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, that is annoying. I agree with you on that.
I don't know why they do something like that, but hopefully they get enough complaints and fix it like they did with the Snapchat. Apparently Snapchat was so bad that they had to put the old update back. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it's all because developers think stuff looks good and then, it ends up being shit.
Yeah, but they try to change Twitter too often. It makes you want to fucking fight the developers.
Yeah. Like, I feel they do it. They do it a lot. Like, they should do an update like once every 2 to 3 months. At least.
Yeah.
Like, even less than that. But I'm just saying, if they want to go pretty often, like, at least one time every 2 to 3 months would be a lot better.
Yeah, it would.
And then the timeline pisses me off sometimes. It says show more tweets. And then sometimes it shows you something from 5 minutes ago. And then right under that, it says 21 hours ago. And it's just like all like out of, like, it's not in order. Like, and they said they were going to fix that. Thank God. But they really gotta fix that too. Like, there's a lot of problems. I agree with you from what you said earlier, Game. Like, they gotta fix a ton of stuff. But at the same time,
oh, yes.
like, I don't know. I guess I've said all I can say about the Twitter app.
I mean, that definitely is weird, though, because if you just, like, post something and then you have something from, like, 21 hours ago. If the 21 hours ago one is there, it should be down, like, lower,
Yeah, and then there's a freaking show tweets button. Like, show more tweets. We don't need a show more tweets button. We need it to just be in order. We just need to scroll down until we've finished looking at what we've missed in the past couple hours or whatever. Like, there's no need for a show more tweets button. It's not needed at all.
Yeah. And back when, you could actually have third-party clients for your Twitter, you could just use like what was it, Tweetbot?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use that as an alternative, and I personally did because I found it a lot better. But you have them taking it away, and I'm like, bro, really?
What you doing?
What you doing, man?
Were you trying to do a Jamaican impersonation then? That's what it sounded like. What you doing, man?
No, just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a jailbreak me website it's called racecondition.win, and I'm actually looking at the code right now to figure out what the hell it does for iOS 12. Even if it's out as a proof of concept.
Yeah. Also, there's real quick. I just want to mention it's not an actual jailbreak, but iNuclear app said something about they're working on a virtual jailbreak. So
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know like what it does. I don't know if it's released. If it is, I haven't checked it out yet. But I don't know what the kind of features are on it. Like I have no idea. But hopefully they have some cool stuff on there. Like I know it can't, of course, be as powerful as a jailbreak, but I mean I'm hoping that they at least have something that's different about it.
High hopes.
Watch us open it and it's a city alt. That'd be funny. I hope not.
All right, so I'm looking at it, and it seems like it only includes iPhone 6s for the 12.
That's interesting.
Tis. So it's an actual iOS 12 jailbreak.
Oh, I don't think so at all. I think it's just, it might give you read right, but I don't even think it does that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if that was something big, like, everybody would be talking about it, like, Brandon Butch would be talking about it, and a couple others would be talking about it.
I mean, he just updated it 10 hours ago.
Maybe he's still working on it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Looking into this even more, it looks like iOS 12.1 WebKit exploit will get read-write will get released by underscore Nick Laz after Apple fixes the bug in about 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Nice. So why did they wait for him to fix the bug?
Safari is sandbox, so it's he's saying like it's nowhere near to an actual jailbreak, but it's one step closer. I mean,
That's
good.
A tiny step.
I mean, at least it's going in the right direction.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah, because I mean, I don't really watch, I don't watch Brandon Butch and I Crack Your iDevice all the time. I do watch them every once in a while, but when I check them out, I mean, I haven't seen anything about this really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's probably they'll probably hear about it in the coming weeks if there's big progress made.
Yeah, because Brandon Butch literally makes a video on like everything new that comes out in jailbreak world.
Yeah, I like his videos better than iCrack Your iDevice. I mean, I don't have a problem with iCrack Your iDevice. He's cool. I know it's two of them now. I'm cool with both of them. It's just sometimes they clickbait and it's just a little annoying. So I mean,
Clickbait is always.
I mean, I know it's taking over YouTube, but Brandon Butch gets to the point a little bit better than iCrack Your iDevice.
Yeah. You go, just subscribe to my channel.
Nobody subscribed to Game Changers.
Everyone subscribed to Game Changers.
You just said Game Changers. You just said Game Changers.
Everyone unsubscribed from Apple Tech Video.
No, everybody subscribed to Apple Tech Video and unsubscribe from Graham Changers.
Here, let me see. Apple
That's
Tech.
right, they won't be going to my fucking
Let's
channel.
call you Graham Changers from now on.
This is good quality content right here.
This is great content. This would keep everyone amused.
And this before he loses any more subscribers.
Alright guys, this is the end of today's episode of 941 Podcast. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. We're going to be doing this weekly, like I said last week. Next episode, we will either have Leon or Nasho on. We don't know who it'll be exactly yet, but we will get at least one of them on because the reason why we couldn't get a Leon on today was because of time differences. Same with Nash. We don't know if we can get him on due to time differences, but we're going to try to work something out and get one of them on for you guys next week for sure. So, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry it was a little shorter, but thanks for watching 941 Podcast. We'll see you guys next week.